Welcome to Tweet of the Week, and you are in for a treat this week because I am joined by Mr. Querry, who is one of our outdoor education teachers. And yes, that's right, he is outdoors showing us some of the area where these tweets originated from as he worked with our sixth grade students at Thurmont Middle School. But you've been doing this for many of our middle schools, and I was even there the day you were doing it with Monocacy. So, Mr. Querry, thank you so much for being here with us. And why don't you tell us a little bit about where you are, why you're there, and what are the amazing things you do with these sixth graders?
Oh, thank you, Dr. Alvin. So I think what you just said, the amazing things we do with these sixth graders, I think that just nailed it on the head. We get the chance to work with all the sixth graders in Frederick County Public Schools. So that spans over 3,000 kids in any year. And that's just our sixth grade program. Our fifth grade program handles all the fifth graders as well. So in a given year, we may see about 6,000 students. Um, in that time, in a normal year, we'll have a hands-on outdoors experience, but given the position that we're in globally, we said we need to make an experience that the kids remember, that we can connect to the kids, and we interact with students. So we started looking around to see how can we bring the outdoors to all the kids. And we know that all the kids in Frederick County are at different levels. Some of them are able to go outside anytime they like. Some of them go play in the woods, go in the fields, go to the parks. Some of them live in a community where they don't may not have that opportunity during the day. So we do what we can to bring that to them.
And again, you just described what has been the journey for so many of our teachers and our students this year. How do we adapt? How do we modify? How do we take a program that we've been doing that way for so long and make it fit in this new virtual environment? And I will have to tell you that I wasn't sure how kids were going to react. But the day that I was able to join you, watching what they were sharing in the chat box, this is the best day ever. And you were out there when it was starting to snow, and they got so excited. And talk a little bit about how you try to let them guide where you go on this outdoor excursion that you take them on.
Oh, sure. So when you think about going outside, and I'm a big outdoors enthusiast along with the rest of my staff. So when we're at a park, where we're in places where we can pick the choice, pick that fork in the road, when we give kids that choice, we can say, do you want to explore a creek or do you want to explore the field? Well, we've got a plan for both. We love talking about creeks and our waterways and teaching our environmental education. But if I go up into a field, that's all part of our watershed. Everything is connected. So our biggest hope is that we connect with the kids. And when everything happened with the pandemic and as we build our program, even when we're normal in session, we try to connect with the kids and we say, what can we do to make this valuable to you? So you read your students, you read people, and you say, this is what works best for this group. So in the case of Monocacy and Thurmont and the other schools we've worked with, we say, hey, look, here are your options. Which way do you want to go with it? And getting that guidance and excitement from the kids. And when I'm out in the field, I see it on a teeny little screen and the chat just goes so fast. And I have someone moderating for me, telling me what the kids are thinking and what's happening. And it is a fantastic experience to get that rush of the kids all responding at one time because they're so excited about what's happening.
And so I think because I had the opportunity to be on for one of your experiences with students, I can appreciate it even more. And so their enthusiasm, but I was also intrigued by how much they were thinking through this. And the one young man was very curious as he looked at where you were in terms of, well, how are you getting internet out there? And how are you getting internet out there?
So that's fantastic. That was one of our biggest hurdles we had to think about. If we're going to connect with kids and be outside, at first we thought about where the closest Wi-Fi networks that we can use. But luckily, given what we do, we were able to acquire hotspots. So we've been able to use Wi-Fi hotspots and phones. I have an FCPS phone that, given what that we're normally on the road traveling place to place with students, um, the phone that I have is able to access the internet, and we're able to hook into these Google Meets, and it has worked fantastic. Um, we try to test out every site we use before we use it with students because we want to make sure it's successful for us and that the students get the best possible situation.
And what another great example, as has come up in so many of the tweets that I've tweeted the week shows that we've been doing during the pandemic, are just all the logistics behind the scenes that our staff are taking care of and looking into so that these virtual experiences can be as powerful as they are for our students. So before we sign off, I do want to know, where are you and what creatures have you found on your journey today?
Uh, so I'm in Lake Linganore, kind of a neighborhood close to me, and oftentimes I find deer tracks. So we've been tracking those. We found raccoon prints in the snow. We found great blue heron tracks. We also found feathers from a bird that must have either been attacked or involved in a scuffle because we found feathers all about. We find lots of crayfish, black-nosed dace, small fish, the insects and the creepy crawlies that some kids love to hold and touch, and other kids love to watch their friends hold and touch. So it's a way that we try to give that all those critters and that experience to the kids.
And you do it beautifully. And I just want to again thank you and your team for the creative problem solving, for making sure that with so many things in this pandemic that our students have had to miss out on, you found a way to make sure they did not miss out on the outdoor school experience. And I know that this virtual experience has definitely whet their appetite to get out there and do it hands on when that opportunity presents itself. So thank you so much for all that you do. And thank you for continuing to tweet about it. And I know that Colleen tweets about you and the many things that you do, but I think it is great for our community to be able to see the ingenuity of our staff, their passion for what they do, and their commitment to our students. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure having you here.
It was a pleasure being here, Dr. Alban. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this unique tweet of the week and that you will join us next time for some more adventures. Who knows where we'll land on the next tweet of the week.